Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm still a little sleepy yet. So, good morning. It is July 1st, so Pride Month's over, sadly. We're done with Pride Month for another year. But today's my friend's birthday, and it's really cool. It's July 1st, it's a Saturday. And I thought, what better way to wish her a happy birthday? Because I told her I was going to be busy. So, happy birthday. So, for starters, today is Zenny Zal's birthday. So if you can, go check out her Twitter. It's at Zenny Zounds. She also has OnlyFans. She's everywhere. You can find her everywhere. But if you get a chance, um, go onto her Twitter and wish her happy birthday. I probably will when I'm done with this. So, oh wait, no, I can't. No, I can't. I got other stuff I gotta do. Crap. All right, I already wished her happy birthday. So it's fine. But I thought I would do a blog post about Saturdays since it's Saturday. And I figured, hey, I'm gonna quick wish my friend a happy birthday. So obviously. So again, happy birthday, Zenny. Hope you have a fun day. Last I saw she was getting drunk on a hotel roof. So yeah. And she did reply back to my message when I wished her happy birthday after midnight, my time. Would still have been the 30th her time, unless she's out of the time zone she's in. Whatever. Like, time zones are confusing. It, time zones are confusing, yet I understand time travel. So go figure on that one. But yeah, well, because I knew she was going to hotel rooms. I didn't know. I knew she was going to a hotel, so I didn't know if it was a hotel in her time zone or if she's going like out of the state. I didn't know. But anyway, wished her happy birthday, so that's good. So happy birthday, Zenny. Have a great birthday and many more from Channel 4. Anyway, Saturdays. I love Saturdays. They are my favorite day of the week. Now, a lot of people go, well, Fridays are a good day of the week. Yeah, no, Fridays are good. Fridays are a good day of the week. I won't lie about that. And yes, I am on my exercise because I am also working on my video. Yeah, so there is that. I'm working on processing the playthroughs for Golden Sun to shrink the files down so that they're easier to put up on YouTube. Because each one of these videos is like over it's like 2 to 3 gigs for the first two, and at least over 5 gigs for the one I recorded last night. So obviously, I am not getting these up with any relative speed. If I would try to upload gigabytes to YouTube's system, they would probably look at me and go, "Hey, no." So I am working to compress the files without losing quality, which I think I'm doing pretty well. I think I'm doing pretty well in that. I use Handbrake for that. So Handbrake's a really good program. But anyway, I digress. That's why I said I'm busy today. And I'm trying to get together with another friend of mine, but her brother-in-law was um coming over this morning to help her with something, so I don't know if she'll be free or not today. Hoping, but no guarantee. Anyway, I love Saturdays. This is the point I'm trying to make here. Holy crap. Just get your butt back on topic. I love Saturdays. Okay, Saturdays are my favorite day of the week. Now, why are Saturdays my favorite day of the week? Why not Tuesday? Why not Monday? Well, first off, anybody that likes Monday, you're either a masochist or the bangs do a very good job of hiding your lobotomy scar. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know a single soul that likes Mondays. Like no one. So obviously, you're not liking Mondays. Keep it on my battery power my laptop too. So Mondays are a no. I don't like Mondays. I'm not a fan of Sundays because Sundays were always the day that went super, super fast. Like no matter what you tried to do on a Sunday, it always sped by like that. And when you have to work on a Monday now, and when you become an adult, like, when you're a kid and you have to go to school on a Monday, you're like, oh, I gotta go to school. Yep, now you gotta go to school. Weekend's over. Sucks. You're always hoping for that 3-day weekend, that magical, mystical 3-day weekend. I'm gonna get to I get a 3-day weekend. Yep, you get a 3-day weekend. That means you get to stay home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 3-day weekends were the best. For me, I get one every week because I can't work Fridays. That's when I get my grocery shopping done. And if I do get a new job and I have to work Fridays, it's not a problem. I have a backup plan for getting my groceries done. I can go really early Saturday morning. I just cannot work 5 days in a row where I'm working at now because I will go crazy. I will go crazy. I'll go nuts. I will go crazy. I'll go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs if I do that. But I always love Saturdays. Saturdays are my favorite day of the week. Now, of course, I like Fridays too, but Fridays take a very close second. And here's the reason why. So Fridays are really only good for ending the week. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And when I was a kid growing up, TGIF, ABC Friday night. So I'd watch it with my mom. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Boy Meets World, Step by Step, Full House, Dinosaurs, other shows like that. So Fridays for me were always fun in that regard. Saturdays, though, Saturdays will always hold a special place in my heart. Now, granted, my grandfather was not the greatest of people in the world. He was not somebody that you would say, "Oh, you looked up to your grandfather." God, no, 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 not even close. I looked up more to my mom than my grandfather, so that's to tell you something. But when it came to, I want to say everything, like on a Saturday, him and I used to go flea market hopping. And for those of you that don't know what that is, because flea markets are basically a dinosaur, their fossilized remains can be found everywhere. Um, long before eBay, long before the adventation of you can sell it online and ship it and make a shit ton more money, because somebody in Saskatchewan will want your mint condition GI Joe that has a small nick in the arm because they want to use it for a diorama where, let's say, Snake Eyes lost an arm or something. Long before that, you had to go flea market hop. And what that basically was you would look in the yeah, look in the local newspaper and see what they usually have like a section for upcoming flea markets, yard sales, just a classified section basically. And they would always have, hey, flea markets this week, flea markets this weekend, these are yard sales this weekend. And you would go yard sale and flea market hop. And it's basically you go from one to the next. You plan out your trip and you make a day of it. Sometimes just the morning. By the way, if you ever do go yard sale, because there are still people that do yard sales. Yard sales, I don't think are going to die because it's an easier way to get more crap gone locally. But at least for those that don't really want to waste the time on eBay, most case scenarios they're pretty good. And if you get it late in the day and they want to close up, you can usually get a pretty good price for some of the stuff because they just want to get the crap out. They want to get rid of their crap, and if they don't have to lug it back into their house, you can usually make the offer, hey, you don't have to lug it back into your house, so I'll give you say $20 for this box of miscellaneous junk. You have to lug it back into your house. I get 20. I'm out $20, but I get a box. I take it with me. You don't have to lug it back in. Everybody wins. They'll sometimes will take that deal, depending on who it is. But when I used to do flea market hopping with my grandfather, it was interesting. We always there's like local flea markets. Um, one out by the main road. Well, I should say by the main highway. There's that one. One up that was every month. It was at the time it was the second Saturday of every month, and I always loved going to that. That one had a lot of good stuff. And when I was a kid, I was looking for Centurion figures from that cartoon show, The Centurions. Max Ray, Ace McCloud, Jake Rockwell. I was looking for stuff like that because the neighbor had one, and then the neighbors moved, and I'm like, I really want some of those Centurion toys, not realizing that they're no longer being sold in stores, so I have to look for them in flea markets. And that's kind of what started the entire ordeal. And then we ended up finding them at that once a month flea market, which was really cool. So that was always a fun memory for me for Saturdays. Is flea market hopping. You go from flea market to flea market to flea market, and sometimes flea market to yard sale to flea market, depending on what you do. Because I know the one that was once a month, some of the local neighbors would go, "Hey, they're having that flea market at the school this week," because it was on the school's property. It wasn't. run by the school. It was on the people that ran it borrowed the school parking lot for it. And the local neighbors would be like, "Hey, they're having that flea market at the school this weekend. So we're gonna have some yard sales to try to grab more people that might look at the massive crowd and go, "Oh, I don't want to go through that." Yeah, trust me, that can be daunting, but that's the whole point is to enjoy yourself. Go out, mingle, mix, meet some interesting people, see some people that are being jerks and assholes. It's a wonderful thing sometimes. But that's always something I enjoyed about Saturdays was flea market hopping. We would go from flea market to flea market to flea market. I would always come back with like a couple bags of toys, which that was the main thing I wanted. My grandfather was just looking around, wanting to find this. We found some weird stuff. I still have yet the weirdest thing I found. So Code Red Mountain Dew had just came out. I want to say maybe 2 months prior to this, and we're walking around that once a month flea market, and I see this plane, a a two-engine plane made out of essentially Code Red Mountain Dew cans. And I'm just like, okay, first off, that was freaking cool. And I wanted to get it. I'm trying to talk the guy down. He won't take anything less than $10. So I'm like, crap, I only have $5 left. I had to go track my grandfather down at the flea market and say, hey, I found something really cool. Can I borrow another $5 off you? The guy won't go down below 10. And my grandfather's like, well, I want to see this before I actually give you the thing. So then he ends up coming, he comes with me. He sees a beer can thing. It's like a little, the guy just basically like made little wind. It's supposed to be like things that catch the wind and move. And my grandfather saw one that was beer cans. He's like, well, I like that. I like that a lot. And I'm like, well, I like the Code Red Mountain Dew plain. He's like, oh, that is cool. Okay, here's $5. You get that. I'm gonna get this. That of course, the beer can one was only like $2, and mine was 10. And I was like, why is mine more expensive than his? But I couldn't get an answer for that. The guy just kind of shook his head. I'm like, you like elderly people more so than you like young people. Yet it's my generation that's gonna surpass yours. So go figure. But it was funny. But that's like some of the good memories. I got a lot of good stuff at flea markets. I have a chair. In fact, it's the chair that I have up in my old room. Is actually from a flea market. That exact flea market, ironically. Somebody had it. They had $2 on it. I saw it and I'm like, well, my grandfather at this point had a van. It's like I could get that in the van. I could get that in the van, get that home. $2. I could get that in the van, get that home. I could definitely get that home. And I'm debating it and debating it and debating it. I walk up and I walk finish that section that was in. My grandfather was back in the van already, and this was the first one that we had went to then in months. After a while, we stopped going because my grandfather was tired of spending money. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go up to this flea market this week. He goes, oh, can I come with you? I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, you can go. Yeah, we'll drive up. And we took his van, and I'm like, I can get that in the van. I can still get that in the van. And I bought it. It was like $2. It was a $2 chair. I'm like, I'm gonna get this chair. It was $2. I bought it, brought it home because we needed a chair for the computer, and it was a beautiful chair. Now it's in my room. It's in my old room. I'd love to bring it down, but I have to. I know I'm gonna have to clean it up and wash it because there's probably like because bugs would get into my room every summer. There's bugs would get into my room, and I probably have to clean that thing up with like Clorox wipes and stuff like that, which is fine. I'm willing to do that, but I have to clear up a lot of junk. I have to clear a lot of trash out of this place in order to do that. And I kind of was figuring that out with my mom the other night or the other day because I want to move a freezer out of our basement. And I'm like, if I could move that freezer, I could get some more of this crap out of the way, and then I could move some other stuff, and I could bring my chair down. And she's just looking at me like, I'm like, I want my chair down here. I'm tired of sitting on my exercise ball. I'm tired of sitting on my bed. I want my chair. I want my chair. And she's just giving me this look, and she's like, well, I no, let me think about it. I'm like, yeah, because it's gonna be a two-person job to move that fridge. That's not a one-person gig. It's a two-person job, definitely. But I always like trying to do a lot of stuff on Saturdays. So Saturdays were always a day I would figure this is the day you want to get a lot of stuff done because Saturdays, time always seemed to go massively slow. Either you would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, watch Saturday morning cartoons, and by 12 o'clock you feel like, man, I have been up all day. And it's like, I've only been up for 6 hours. Holy shit. Or you would wake up at, say, 8 o'clock in the morning because you're up a little late gaming, which I did a couple times. I would be up late Friday night playing games, and I'd get up at like 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, and I'd watch Cartoon Network for a little bit. And I'd be like, I don't feel like I'm really. I feel like I got a lot done in this 2 hours just laying here. Like it's perfect. You always want to schedule if you can, if you don't have to work Saturdays. I had to work a few Saturdays, and then finally, they changed up my. I got my. Sorry, I changed my schedule because I was tired of working Saturday shifts because it was a pain in the ass to drive out there on a Saturday to where I work, and I was like, no, I really can't. Now, when I worked retail, my first job, there was occasional Saturday mornings I had to work. I was like, that's fine. I don't mind. It wasn't every single week. It was like, oh, we're getting an extra truck today or an extra truck this week. Can you come in Saturday? Yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem. Out there, it's well, I don't have this person. This person can't do Saturdays, so I need you to come out here and do Saturday. I don't want to do it. It's like, all right, fine. There's that. But it wasn't a bad experience, so to speak. But Saturdays, I always want to try to keep for me. Saturdays for me have always been a me day. They're the day that I really like the most. If I can keep Saturdays for me, I'm extremely happy. I mean, if I can find a job where I'm basically working Monday through Friday, but I still get Saturdays and Sundays off, as long as I have Saturday, I'm happy. I used to do a podcast every Saturday on my other channel. In fact, I still do I do a podcast on my other channel now, but not the same one. Now I do the worst podcast ever. Again, my I gotta thank my friend for that name so much. Every time I do it, which is really hard because that's the one thing that will always remind me of her, and not a good thing to remember, but still. And I will always remember that as the oh, this is really funny. But yeah, every Saturday I did a podcast every single Saturday. Um, and I did that podcast for a little over 5 years. It was the absolutely completely random podcast every Saturday for I'm not even joking. There was one time I had to do it on a Thursday because I had to work that Saturday night, and it didn't dawn on me. I could have did it Saturday morning. I could have recorded everything, which hindsight's 2020, folks. Um, but yeah, it was just yeah, I'm just gonna go with the flow, and I did for the longest time. Granted, again, it does take some getting used to. You have to understand what you want to do, what you need to do, everything that needs to be done. So it takes time, but it's not a bad experience. Still, though, it is a pain in the ass to get. Most of the time, it's a pain in the ass to get a lot of that stuff done. But on Saturdays, like I said, time just seemed to flow. I could just relax, get stuff done. I was happy, content. Saturdays were a great day for me. They always are. Now, there are downsides. Like I said, because Sundays I never like, but Saturdays I do. There are Saturdays that I feel like time just goes real super fast. I could be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, which I actually was today, a little after 6. And I just rolled over in bed a little bit, rubbed my belly, and then I was like, I really got to get up. I got to get these videos processed so I can upload them to YouTube because I really want to get this playthrough uploaded, my Golden Sun playthrough. And I woke up, but there are days when you just want to sleep in. It's Saturday. I'm nice and cozy. I want to stay wrapped under my blankets. I want to stay cool and comfortable. I want to I just want to sit here and I don't want to do anything else. Like, this is what I want to do for the whole day is just sit here in bed. And you get that. But that seems like a waste of Saturday to me. That's something that you would do on a Monday. Like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work today. I'm just going to, yeah, that's what you would do. That's what you would do on a Monday. Like, look, that I honestly, I would be all for making it so that Mondays are a mental health day that you cannot be forced to go to work on a Monday. Um, with Mondays being okay. So basically, the way my world would work, if you work on a Monday, if you want to work on a Monday, that's fine. You have no issues or obligations against it. That's fine. Go for it. If you can't work on a Monday for whatever reason, let's say, oh, you work in retail or something, and you really would not want to go in Monday morning after a massive weekend, you should be given the chance. Hey, do you want to work Mondays? No? Okay, not a problem. You don't have to work Monday. I'm checking to see how massive my video is, file size wise. And 416. Damn. That was a 3 gig file and it's 416 megabytes. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem, I think. That's the Yeah, that was the shorter of the three, wasn't it? Oh no, that was the second largest. Okay, because the other one was. Oh wow. Okay, so the other one's 3. Okay, so it's 3.3. So basically, two of the files were over 3 gig, and the one I recorded last night, which is almost a little over 3 hours, is over 5 gigs, almost 6. So that's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna up that uploading. That's gonna be a pain in my butt now. Great. Oh well. Get started on the next one. Because I gotta try to get this stuff done because I want to get those uploaded this weekend. Or because I did record 3 parts and everything stays the same, which is a good thing for me to keep. Everything stays the same, so yep. Start start the encode. Okay. Now I'll probably take another hour. So I'm already down like 2 hours to processing this stuff, which is what I was figuring was going to happen today. That's why I told my friend, "Hey, I'm going to be busy, so if I don't wish you a happy birthday, um, please don't take offense to it." But I purposely stayed up late last night. I did a OnlyFans stream quick. I watched did I watch the nerd last? Yeah, I watched Angry Video Game Nerd last night. Review Indiana Jones games because Dial of Destiny came out and people hate it. And I purposely waited till it was after midnight. I'm like, okay, it's officially 12 something midnight. I'm gonna send her. I'm going to wish her a happy birthday now because now I'm certain it's after midnight my time. I knew because she lives in the Midwest. I knew because she's an hour difference from me. So I'm on the East Coast. She's Central. She's 1 hour different. She's an hour behind me. So it was about a 12:30 my time. I sent her the happy birthday. So it's only been about 11:30 her time. But either way, it still counts because it was midnight my time. So technically, when I sent it to her, it was um it was technically midnight. It was after midnight, so it was July 1st my time. But anyway, I digress. I digress. I digress. I digress. But anyway, Saturdays I love the passion. Like they are the best day of the week. I mean, Mondays suck. Tuesdays are meh. Wednesdays are hump day. Thursdays are is it Friday yet? Friday, sweet. And then weekends. And Sunday, forget it. Sunday is the day that if you're not into football or you're not into NASCAR, it's basically, do I have to be up now? Can I just like crash on my couch this entire day? Or I'll just do yard work or something. I don't want to be inside today. That's Sunday. But no, Saturdays are by far the best day of the week. I will die on this hill to anyone that argues it. Saturdays are the best day. I will fight anyone on this. Saturdays are the best day of the week. But yeah. Anyway, folks, this has been my daily vlog. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I love all of you. Bye.